Hi there. Welcome to Researching Career Options, a video created by the University Career Center and the President's Promise here at the University of Maryland. In this video, we'll be walking through a couple of resources that can help you learn about the world of work and the vast amount of job titles that students can pursue. In this short video, we'll cover 6 resources that can help you research and gain more information about possible career options. Not only can these resources provide additional information about career options that you may have already heard about, but they can also help introduce you to new and exciting job titles and industries. At the end of this video, you'll find the contact information for the University Career Center, along with links to make an appointment with a staff member. We encourage you to follow up if you have any questions or would like additional guidance as you explore career options. The first resource that we'll be taking a look at is Focus 2, an online education and career planning system that is free to you as a UMD student. On the Focus 2 system, you'll find questionnaires gauging several facets of yourself. By providing a profile of your own unique characteristics, Focus 2 generates lists of majors and career options that are of interest to those that share your qualities. While all of these questionnaires are available to you, you know yourself best. It is fine to complete those questionnaires that feel most relevant to you. For example, Focus 2 has questionnaires that assess your work interests, values, and skills. Different questionnaires will have different outputs, so it is up to you to decide which you will weigh more. For example, let's say that you're someone who's very value-driven. You could complete the values assessment, and the output might look something like this. At the top, you'll see that Focus 2 identifies those themes most closely reflected by the answers you provided, along with the list of occupations and supporting majors that resemble your profile. This test is not deterministic. While it thinks you might enjoy the work of an art therapist based on your values, it is up to you to decide if it might be a fit. By clicking on the occupations on your own results page, you'll be able to learn more about what these careers entail. Later in this video, we'll cover some more resources where you can gather information based on a single job title. The next resource we're going to take a look at is LinkedIn. I'm sure many of you are familiar with LinkedIn and have probably come to recognize it as a social media platform where you can connect and network with peers, colleagues, and professionals. Although this is a popular way of using it, and we more than encourage you to set up and flesh out your profile, LinkedIn can also be used as a tool for career exploration. If you're logged into LinkedIn and go to the University of Maryland's page, you'll see that there's a small tab on the left that says Alumni. When you click on it, it'll pull up over 200,000 alumni whose profiles you can look at. This can be a great way of exploring what UMD students like you have gone on to do. Something neat about this feature is that you can actually filter through alumni, such as by skill sets that are relevant to you, and or by a major that you're interested in pursuing. This will give you some insight into the kinds of opportunities that UMD alumni pursued while in college and after graduation. Another resource that can help you learn from former Terps is Terrapins Connect, a service offered through our very own Alumni Association. Terrapins Connect is a platform where former Terps offer networking and mentorship opportunities to current students. Alumni who sign up create profiles indicating their previous majors and their current work and essentially invite you to connect with them. This can be a bit of a more personal tool for asking someone about where a certain major or combination of majors can take you. Registration is simple. Visit the link that you see on the screen, and once there, you'll be able to register with your Facebook, your LinkedIn, or your email address. Once your profile is created, you'll be able to begin connecting with alumni who shared your current majors. In addition to learning about the kinds of work that alumni are doing, and thus work that might be available to you in the future, alumni may also provide other kinds of assistance, such as resume reviews through the lens of the kind of work that you might want to do. Next, we're going to go over 2 free databases with an abundance of information about the world of work. The first is ONET, a regularly updated database that specializes in defining different occupations. Accessing this database is as simple as visiting onetonline.org. Once there, you'll see this menu right underneath their logo. One tab that can help with researching career options is, of course, the Find Occupations button. By clicking on that button, it'll take you to a screen that looks like this. This screen can be a very good place for finding and learning about careers depending on those qualities that matter to you most. For example, if career outlook is most important to you in evaluating a potential career, then it may be helpful to search and filter through careers based on the Bright Outlook search right there in the right-hand corner. Similarly, if you're someone who has been eyeing a certain industry, but you want to learn more about specific job titles within that industry, the industry and job family searches might be most valuable to you. One final thing to note, this page may also come in handy after you've taken a Focus 2 assessment and reviewed your results. If your results show that your profile is similar to that of a career that you've just never heard of before, this can be the perfect place to learn more about it. Just type it in the box in the top left corner, and ONET will pull up a page where you can learn about what that job entails, including information related to salary, education, and a host of other important things. While ONET can be helpful for researching industries and job titles that you have slight knowledge about, it can also be helpful for learning about career options that you hadn't previously heard of. On the home page, if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see this box on the left. This box allows you to discover industries and careers based on those qualities that you know about yourself. By clicking on the drop-down menu, you'll now be able to browse ONET's many career options based on your interests, skills, knowledge, and so on. You can think of this as a bit of a sibling to Focus 2, where the results are based on what you say is most important to you. The next free database that we'll be looking at is the Occupational Outlook Handbook, a publication by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. This database is very similar to ONET in that it contains a wealth of information related to different occupations. You'll notice that along the leftmost menu, occupations are organized according to their occupation groups, similar to how ONET organized occupations by industry or job family. You'll also notice that under the Select Occupations By section, there are options to combine several search criteria. This is different from the ONET screen we saw earlier, in that ONET let you search either by job outlook or education, but not both at the same time. If you're a student who has an idea of the kind of salary, education requirement, or training you'd like to pursue in a job, this search system might be especially helpful. However, it's perfectly fine if you don't have the specifics figured out. This site also contains a search button, which can be used to simply look up occupations that you found elsewhere, such as from your Focus 2 results earlier. Finally, you can use Vault to learn more about industries, job within those industries, and even reviews of companies doing work that you may be interested in doing. Vault is an online resource containing a wealth of information related to the world of work, and it is free for you to access as a UMD student. To access Vault, first, log into your Careers for Terps account. Once you are on your dashboard, scroll down until you reach the Online Resources box on the right-hand side. This box will contain a link to Vault. Once you click on that link, you will be directed to the Vault homepage. There's a lot of valuable information on this home screen alone, but for the purpose of researching career options, we'll be focusing on two of the main tabs on the menu bar, Vault Guides and Career Advice. Let's start with Vault Guides. After clicking on Vault Guides, you will be taken to a page listing several broad industry categories, such as consulting, media and entertainment, and nonprofit. Clicking on each industry will pull up several guides related to the industry, such as guides outlining top employers in that industry, or guides to help with technical interviews. The part that we might be most interested in is this type of guide right here. For the sake of an example, this is pulled straight from the list of guides available for consulting, but this type of guide is available for all of the listed industries. Essentially, this guide details what a career in consulting entails, as well as how you may get your foot in the door. If you're a student who has interests in a certain industry or major, Vault Guides may be good reading material for you to learn more about how to pursue a career in that industry. However, we understand that you're a student and maybe have enough readings as it is, so you might be looking for something a little bit more digestible. Luckily, Vault also has an alternative to full industry guides. If we return to the Career Advice tab mentioned earlier, a drop-down menu will appear underneath. Here, it may be helpful for you to check out the Research Industries page. Under Research Industries, you'll be able to click through several industries and then see related professions belonging to those industries. Continuing with our consulting example from before, clicking on consulting itself shows that someone who's interested in consulting may opt to become an accountant, agricultural consultant, or a bank examiner. From here, you can click through job titles and learn more about them. Using the Research Industries tab can be a great way to broaden your knowledge of what industries exist in the world of work, as well as what jobs are available within these industries. If you'd like to keep your options open and avoid placing heavy emphasis on a particular industry, the Career Advice tab has another option that can help you discover and research career options. Under Career Advice, you can click on Explore Careers, which will take you to a page listing many different professions. This can be a great way to do some window shopping for job titles that might sound appealing to you on paper. This resource can also supplement previous resources that were introduced earlier in the video. For example, if you're still curious about a new job title that appeared on your Focus 2 results, Vault's Professions list can help you learn more about what that career entails. Additionally, it might be helpful for you to compare how a career sounds on Vault as opposed to how a career sounds on ONET or Occupational Handbook. Sometimes it takes looking through different framings of the same job for you to decide, I might actually enjoy that, or this doesn't really sound like it'll be for me. Thank you for watching. We hope that these resources help you as you research and generate a list of careers that you may be interested in pursuing. For additional help, feel free to email us at ucc-studenthelp@umd.edu. Additional guidance and resources are also available on our website at careers.umd.edu. Finally, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one half-hour appointment with a center staff member, please access our scheduling system through careers.umd.edu/careersforterps. Have a great day.